Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Meta Valorant 2021 Season 1, proudly presented by Optus and Torrens University Australia. It is going to be absolutely amazing because we have two awesome schools returning to defend their rights into the next round. It is going to be Prariewood High School on the attack and St. John's Park High School on the defense. And we are going to Icebox. Joined by me is none other than Reinhardt.
That was a very, very explosive entrance for me. It's just like, Wait a second, I forgot something. But you know what, everybody? You know what is known is this game. Like, we've got I think it's De La Salle College versing off against, what was the roster again? I actually forgot my own roster.
I believe it's the Prariewood High School on the attack with St. John's Park High School on the defense.
And it's going to be one hell of a match. We've seen De La Salle play undeniably strong over the last couple of weeks, and I'm curious to see how they're going to go up against today's competitors, actually. St. John Park. No, sorry, that's the wrong school. Let's see.
It is the right one, I think.
Is it? I'm like having trouble trying to remember at the moment. Everything is everywhere for me, honestly speaking. But
yeah,
I do like these team compositions. Like, we're seeing a little bit more like explosive focus and like executing base agents like the likes of Jet and I guess Phoenix to start things off with. Cypher, however, I'm a little bit worried about seeing Cypher on Icebox because there are too many corners and too many like avenues he would have to try and focus on. He has the option of focusing on that if it's not set up correctly, he's essentially just forfeit those abilities for the rest of his team, and he's gonna have to rely on just trying to, you know, his own personal skills when it comes to FPS to be able to play well for the team.
Yeah, I believe that's actually a really nice call out. Obviously, if you're going to be playing Cypher, there's multiple elevations in both sides, and if you are going to lock down one side, let's just say, for example, he's going to be locking down one part of A. He still needs backup in order to maximize his defense potentials, and that's just going to be an icebox like this. However, we'll have to see on what St. John's Park what Prariewood High School is going to be doing on the attack, because they're going to be the first one to get the jewels. Historically speaking, we have seen them perform absolutely amazing. Looking at Yuki, Sandra Power, and Saber. However, we're looking at St. John's in the defense, and if you've seen them last week, you will know that they're absolutely strong contenders, and this is going to be the jewel that we're going to start off from.
Yeah, well, straight off the bat, you can see the attackers already beginning to focus more towards B side, whereas De La Salle are a little bit more split. A lot of trap focus towards A, but it's going to be mainly sent forfeit as Yuki sends Hina on spawn. Chopper Steve getting 2 headshots in a single row. Now it's just looking at they're both going to be facing each other off. I like how they're beginning to turn things around already. Like, just all the focus is now diverting back towards A. You've got Oppo with that security bot just sitting around making sure he can actually catch them off guard. And so far, it is looking a little bit heavily in favor for De La Salle just because of how well we saw Chopper Steve play off the bat. And Chopper Steve picking on the stage once again. It's going to show us a really interesting gameplay coming out from the likes of the agent.
Yeah, look, yeah, this is one of the recent plays on Icebox. If you don't get the perfect start, you need to feel it out. And obviously, Cypher is still there. He hears everything, sees everything. So less trying to juke things right now, but his whole school still needs a little bit more backup to get this attack on.
See straight off the bat, Saber throwing out abilities here and there. They're going to try and see if they can gain the opportunity to catch on the point, but they're going to try and catch up. Tries to get those shots needed, but no. Bingsu manages the ultimate. Victor playing with that ghost. Gets headshotted himself by Sunjo. And now they're going to be blind and spiked. With a couple seconds left, they managed to turn this around. The game's going to be extended for a little bit longer. A heal going on top of Brimstone. But at a point like this, it is still 2-2. But it looks a little bit more in favor for Chopper Steve, as well as Oppo at this point, as they are sitting on the point. They're going to try and fake out a spike defuse. Oppo gets caught out. Oh, a headshot for a nice little shot himself. It is 1-1. Vincent on 50% health, just under actually, as we can see Chopper Steve is nearby, and the skill cap between the two is a little bit more favor for Chopper Steve as he's faking it out. He's going to try and cap as much as he can. He's going to try and hit the halfway point. Chopper Steve's going to try and hit a couple points here and there. There he goes. He gets caught out. He's going to try and make sure. Oh, the headshot! But he won't be. Oh, he might just be able to actually defuse before coming out of Chick. No! last half a second gets taken out by the spike as he gets prevented from being able to do anything for so long.
Yeah, that was a beautiful attacking point. And obviously holding on to it, Vincent was able to waste so much of Chopper Steve's time. He just kept on being annoyed, jiggling left and right and baiting him into trying to even go for the halfway point on the spike defuse. Ultimately, he didn't get it. And as a result, they are going to give up the first round, so the gun's going to come online for the side of Attacker and Prariewood. They are going to be manning up, looking at a very strong push into an A stack.
Yeah, I love the focus as well, and as well the other side's also looking to try and stay on A as well. Like both sides heavy on A. We've got one person lagging behind on the sideline. Sunjoy getting one kill. Oh, it is heavily in favor. Sunjoy getting another shot as well. Sitting on 2 kills at the moment. The rest of the team managed to create a very strong defensive barrier around A. Gonna try and make sure they keep on top as long as possible. But Poker clutching that last kill on Tahina, managing a nice second point victory. As well, they actually have a little bit of a better composition at the moment.
Yeah, I actually like the way they synergize with Brimstone charging up, getting the support fire, and getting everything up for his team. He can create the blind spots with their Sage on Central Power to get the blind spots out, and they essentially cover both sides of the defense, and they don't have to deal with minimum force of retaliation. So I'm really liking it.
Like the enthusiasm.
Currently, they are going to have the guns coming online on the side of St. John's, so we will see what they are going to be able to offer as a compromise in order to get this round back.
Exactly, Emperor, and I like this. They're deciding to change things over to B this time. A lot of A effort with one person lagging a little bit just over the long haul. Going to try and shoot a couple bullets here and there. The rest of the team now running towards B, running it through mid. 1 to 2 members might actually try and look for the flank, but Sunjoy and Jet ready to try and catch them out as they're slowly retreating and turning things around. This is what really makes a difference, like, between, like, you know, when it comes into a single match, like, understanding where the enemy could be at this point. Is now coming on top. Oh, 1 kill each going over to Bingsu and Celeste, but Bingsu now sent on to spawn. And Hina catching another kill. It is now, it is 4 kills to 2, actually. No, sorry, 3 kills to 2. No, 3 kills to 1. Finally get it right the 3rd time. And just sitting inside the fog. Chopper Steve has his sights already on top, but he doesn't know it yet. He's going to try and catch him off guard where he can. He does hear a couple bullets here and there. He decides to make a risky play. Can't see them, but just sitting inside lab with that spike available. In fact, I think Chopper Steve is indirectly or unintentionally going to try and flank around. We can see straight after that they're going to try and catch him off guard. Yep, Opera gets taken down. That's the signal needed. That's the indicator. They're going to be running towards A. Oh, Poker taking down Celeste like that, just from a quick little flank. Now they're going to be planning on the spike, and it is now down 2 to 1. And Chopper Steve, the last member alive once again.
One enemy
First headshot. Might be looking for the second. Getting those peaks here when possible. Still has to think about the spike, and like we saw in round 1,
Launching smoke.
Chopper Steve can take him out prematurely this time. You know he's going to win as he gets on top. He's going to be sitting inside. Over to your right. He might catch him out. No, he's focusing in the wrong area altogether. Throws down the spike, and he's going to get taken down. No! The last minute panic after the first damage hits his indicator. It's going to go over to them again.
That's a little bit rough on St. John's. They are trying to put a massive defense. Having the early lead in terms of frags, they didn't end up on top. So very smart play coming from Vincent and Poker. They get the maximum efficiency done. They do the jobs, they get the plant, and they're going to keep on wasting time. So far, if you have Vincent on your team, just look for this man, because he is going to be able to clutch the side and clutch a big turnaround. I think currently the side of St. John's hasn't really gotten Icebox down on the defense as well here, so paying it in deep blood, and Prariewood is going to keep on rolling.
Exactly, Emperor. And, you know, speaking of Vincent, he has done so well setting himself up for those executions. He's won them at least 2 rounds, being the last member alive in a 1v1 situation. And against Chopper Steve. So then moving forward, Poker, going to be the highlight player for the team. Moving things around, they're going to get the nice Sting Beacon alive. But, oh, a headshot from Bingsu. Just over top with those blades. do something, gets the second
One
kill.
enemy
Looking
remaining.
to try and get something else. Oh, but Sanjo, Chopper Steve, winning the round for the team after all that. 3 kills, however, going over the Bingsu with those blades active and ready to bow. And I gotta say, that was an interesting duel at the very minimum. And it just, they do so well on A, but when it comes to B, it is a different story. And I wonder if we're going to see them focusing A little bit more often, just because of how much success they have had so far, Emperor.
Yeah, they have to absolutely be ready to face it because there's 3 ults ready. Vincent and Poker can actually get this started and get super aggressive in the beginning. If they choose to blind A and get the right leer out, they can go for a fast push. However, they do have to respect the guns on the side of St. John's Park High School. And both sides, this is the one that's going to make or break, because if St. John's defend, they're going to be able to snowball back and equalize. However, Prariewood, if they do win this one, they're going to be able to roll the economy a little bit more further and have much more success at doing the attack. And look at this position. They're ready.
And they're not being aggressive this time, Emperor. I love how ready they are. They're all going to try and make sure they stay in the back line, stay out of vision, not box themselves in, as the rest of the team are doing so well to play passive, catch people out, and then turn the tides all together. And so far from what we've seen from Prariewood is that they start off passive, they get a hit, and then they completely turn around when they know they can't get on site. And Saber claiming the first headshot of the round, looking to try and catch them off guard. It is down 4-4. But the difference is, one stage is alive, and St. John's do have that resurrection available to be able to turn things back around.
Yeah, well, look, they can absolutely resurrect right now if they choose to do so. But maybe they'll just go for it because they won't go for it because right now it's pretty much tied up on both sides. And Chopper Steve right now, he's gonna not be able to do it anyway. And Hina could just be in a position to flank with Oppo on the side. That's a great position right now if they can actually go at the same time.
Spike planted.
Well, they managed to switch it around once again. They managed to charge through middle, keep things alive. See, the fact that nobody's in middle is not giving them a very strong indicator of what they might do next, because so far they start off in one area, they play passive, and they decide, you know what, we're not going to get this, let's give some attention, and then completely ghost them towards the other side. Now they're going on top, they catch them off guard, saving Phoenix altogether, and that is going to be a nice defending spike defused round over for St. John's. So this is now 2-3, and we could see this comeback like you mentioned before, Emperor.
Yeah, it was a little bit confusing where Prariewood had the advantage, they had the position. Although they lost one in the beginning when they pushed A, they did a return fire and they went to B. They got the plant, but they weren't able to check. They were all just standing in the B and didn't think about the flanks. So Oppo and Hina, so deadly. And Hina just got way awesome in that one shot. And as a result, there's 4 ults ready compared to the 3 on the side of St. John. So, whoa, we will see what happens now.
Well, let's not also forget the armory that they've all decided to go with as well. Full loadouts on side of St. John's, whereas the attackers are sort of lacking a little bit. I'm seeing 2 Spectres, a Judge, and a Sheriff. Poker's already been taken out. Now it's down 4-5. They are cornered in. They are taking risky plays. But what I'm loving is that Hina is sitting in the back line, way out of position. Manages to catch somebody off guard, but then gets taken down by Vincent. Vincent, the highlighting player at the moment for their team, going to try and make amends where possible, as now he claims 2 kills using the Sheriff. Might be trying to go for a full lucky charm. As they go, Poker brings back into the fight, and the fight's now back on even slate.
Yeah, tries to really bad.
Catch up on guard, but there's the headshot needed to try catch him off guard. Through 2 kills, Oppo gets taken down, and Sancho Po managing to stay alive after that nice little target practice round, I guess, that happened in mid lane. But Yuki, at critical point, is going to throw out the clouds to try and allow them to jump straight through towards A. But little do they know that Hina is already sitting on point, waiting to try and catch him off guard.
30 seconds left.
Oh, both sides of ults on that stage is getting it. And oh, it's a nice true, but Hina still comes out on top. Lives with that 9 health, and it's 3-1. 3-1 advantage going to the side of St. John's, and Prariewood, they need to look for the opportunity to get this engagement on with Chopper Steve and Hina working this one back home. They might not even get the chance. So Sandra Powell, great player himself. Let's see if he's able to get the clutch. This is the last second, and he's not gonna get it. So
no, and that's all that needed to happen. As soon as he fired off a couple bullets, could have been a misclick or he knocked his mouse against his keyboard. instantly, you just saw Hina turn around and be like, no, I'm not looking at the stairs. He's on the point, and I'm going to take him out.
Yeah. So right now we have gone back. This is still gonna be a judge. Oh no, it's gonna be a commitment by here. Yuki has to go down with the sheriff, and we will see what they're gonna get. They do have 3 ults ready to go, and look, I'm waiting for that Brimstone to be releasing that ult. The Brimstone had that ult for so long, and Vincent shouldn't need to be waiting for all these rounds to be using it. So we will see if the Empress gets popped in this duel. Oh.
Being so coming through with the first shot of the operator this game could prove to be very viable for his team. Everyone's focus is towards A at this point. As you can see, Killjoy ready to use the box. Now they have control over this point. They're going to try and catch on much as they can. Vincent narrowly missing that bullet. As Bingso is going to try and keep vision elsewhere. No one gets detained. Now they're going to try and do it again as Hina is going to flank from behind. Throws out the snake bite. Catch him off guard. There's 1 kill. 3 kills actually all the way over a complete wipeout. As for Prairie, as St. John's managed to actually take down the spike this round. It is now 4-3. They turned this around in the last 4 rounds consecutively, actually. No, 3 rounds consecutively. No, I take that back 4. I can't read.
That's all good, Reinhardt. Right now, none of us can read, and I tell you what, Prariewood, they started off strong, but now they are starting to be put onto the offside. They haven't really been able to utilize themselves. Poker being taken out in the beginning means that there was no Empress threat, and then at the same time, there was not going to be a Brimstone follow-up. So, unfortunately on A, as they pivot towards it, right now, they might just be looking to go for a quick B, because if A doesn't work, you can switch into the mid domination and go straight for B play, and that could just be exactly what they need in order to swing back into the favor, because after losing 4 in a row, they don't want to be doing any more, giving the advantage over, because the next one, they're not going to be able to afford to rebuy in.
No, and like I was actually about to touch on that myself. They did risk it all to go for full loadout, and if they do lose this round, they will have to save for another 2 rounds just to be able to hit back to full econ once again. And this is where St. John's are really coming alive, as a nice little shot coming out to Poker. As Chopper Steve manages to put some of these. Nice. Couple hits here and there. Big Sir going to try and catch him off guard. He does and dashes away! Straight through mid. 2 members alive to 4. St. John's going to try and turn this around. Another person gets taken down. Vincent. A complete wipeout, as they only lost Hina throughout this round.
I am a little bit shocked right now, because Vincent and Poker, they started off greatly, but right now the Leer and the Brimstone smokes are just not hitting the right target. They are being checked, and they are being put into a lot of areas where they should be like investing into, but currently they are not. So as a result, they've gambled, they've lost, they're paying the price. Although they still have 3 ults, they've held it for 5 rounds already. They are not using it, and this is going to look more and more rough.
Get out of my way!
It's only going to get rougher if things keep going the way they are, Emperor for Prairie. Because now they're going to try and sort of sit back a little bit, play passive, catch them off guard, and see what strategy they can pull out of their hats. But at the same time, they did lose the last round, and they have been forced to play passively for a little bit, like 2 Sheriffs, 2 Spectres, and a Classic, versus pretty much full loadouts with an operator included. As now that both sides are sitting passive, they're going to try and stay as far away from each other as possible, try and catch them off guard. I love how Hina uses that spine to completely block them off from from B side, and still tries to keep on top of things. As Vincent gets caught out, tries to shoot a couple bullets here and there through the wall. The rest of the team's going to slowly walk between B. They're actually going to go through mid by the looks of it, as they do have vision and slight control over it at the moment.
Yeah, right now they are going to be working towards it. Yuki with that 1 Blaze Storm is going to get the kills that they sorely need, and Poker takes the other, and now they are starting to look a little bit more alive, despite it is going to round of Yuko. They are going to come out on top. Gets a big operator on Yuki, picks the gun up, and this is looking to be a miracle round coming from them.
Well, they're looking to do something. A couple shots here and there. Poker getting 4 kills like that. Tries to catch on. They're actually able to stay alive for a little bit longer in this. The score 5-4. Their first victory after 4 whole rounds of being denied the opportunity to explode the spike or even claim a point. Feeling a little bit more confident in themselves and able to actually touch base and hit full loadouts this time. But at the same time, St. John's also sitting on full loadouts for another round at least. And we could see it happen once more, considering how well... This is what I love about St. John's. They do so well just being able to actually, like, you know, hit econs and keep it up there for as long as possible. Whereas the other side of the spectrum, they are managing this. They do have to sacrifice things here and there. And considering this is an execution-based map, I like how well that Prariewood is able to try and meet, match par at this point.
Yeah, look, this is absolutely amazing. It's a nice readjustment. They do get it. Early shots into Hina, so Seichu has to be done first. And now they are trying to angle towards this A. Most of the players are committed, and they don't have all the utilities that they think they do. So they're going to try to make a split. Bingsu does goes down, and they are being burned a little bit, but he's still going to be fine. Emperor still not popped at this stage, and that is something that we're still looking for at this stage.
Oh, gets caught out, gets it instantly. Hina going to try and catch him off guard, but no! It looks like Saber manages to win the trade. And now with the flying spikes, it is sitting just behind the wall. They do have control over it at this point. Chopper Steve proving to be the MVP of the team once more, getting 3 kills. Now there's only one member alive. Sonjo going to try and catch him out. Comes straight through, gets caught out immediately. And there's Phoenix going straight through on top. Claiming the nice kill and helping defend the round. Going back over to St. John's once more.
Yeah, this is what I was referring to earlier. When you do take A, you have so many options to go with, but you need to choose the right side. I believe one Lear did come out, but the Empress didn't get popped, and then they weren't able to utilize the rest of the turrets on the action. They did block off the west side, but all the action met them from the north and the east, and that was terrifying for St. John's. And but St. John's pulls it off. They say, you know what? You want to plant that one side, no problem. We're sitting on the left anyway, so we're good. And this is going to be another round back to them. They are going to be able to rebuy. However, we will see if they can clutch forward.
Kenny gets taken out immediately. Rez is popped as well. Now Chopper Steve has his res available. Things can turn around if they manage to catch on top. But there is a lot of focus towards B side. Gonna try and blind as much as possible as Let's come straight through. Tries to catch him out. Does get stuck by the wall. Yuki at critical health point. The rest of the team gonna try and defend. Sit over on the back half, actually, of the attacking side. And the rest of the team catches on board. They're gonna sit inside traps here and then. Vince is gonna completely turn around and try and go for the flank and catch people off guard. But at the moment, there is a lot of focus towards this B side. Everybody sitting right near and gets caught out instantly as Sunjo takes all the blades to the face. Now from the back line, it looks like it's going to go over to Vincent and Poker as they completely flank them from behind.
Round in the half.
Yeah, and look, we're at a 6-5. This is not so bad. Both sides, like a lot of mistakes have been committed over the last one, but this is round 12. We're pretty much evenly stacked on both sides, and they can buy in. The main important part here is who's going to go down first. Is it going to be Vincent and Poker, or is it going to be Bingsu and Hina? Because yes, they can carry and frag in the beginning, but the main carries must be able to pull it ahead and also provide the utility and information that they sorely need, because this one round is very, very important before we switch.
I just love watching these op kills. There we go, Bingsu with the first kill. Doesn't have his ulti available, but he does amazing landing those shots where possible. Gets the second kill. Pokes out a little too long. More than enough time for Bingsu to claim a nice kill. And that's going to be 2 over to him. And now it's a battle of the operators. 3 kills to Bingsu. They're going to try and turn things around and flank towards mid, possibly, as they're slowly shadow stepping their way towards B side. And Hino's already looking to try and catch him on the flank. Vincent has the operator available. Oh, gets caught out, but manages to take down Chopper Steve with a disadvantage. Turn things around, and there's Sunjo getting taken down as Hina claims 2 kills from the back line.
Understand, Vincent,
Switching
you had
sides.
that ult for so long. Not once did you take it out. there could have been important rounds that you could have taken, but you held that all the way to round 12, and now you got taken out before you even went. So, when you play this game and you go back to this replay, or when you're just getting interested in Valorant, make sure to coordinate with your team on how important a coordinated strike in the beginning is going to be, because if you don't use it, it's just going to be wasted. So very unfortunate on the side of Prariewood on the attack. So this is going to be the switch. There's 2 rounds deficit. Hopefully they can bring it back with this pistol duel.
The only thing I feel is going to work, that could work a little bit more favorably in the pistol round, is that St. John's do well hitting their executions. And Bingsu, having this range, he's going to try and catch him off guard and do similar to with an operator like he did before. He's going to try and get the first shot in. A lot of attention still focused towards mid lane from Prariewood. But look at the huge conversions. They are charging through mid. St. John's trying to catch them off guard. Oh, Yuki with a headshot from the classic. That's 2 kills over here. They're going to catch one off guard. Oh, Yuki with 2 kills gets taken down himself. Oppo and Jet still available. They're going to try and sit on A side. But the spike is sitting in mid lane. It is not looking good for St. John's in this first round.
This is a little bit of a hard position to recover, but Bingsu probably just saw the gun here, trying to make sure to block out the angles. They're gonna go for it. Nice using of
They're gonna have to run
coverage.
for it. Where's that another one? Oh, dashes straight through to make sure he doesn't get taken down. 48 health remaining. The rest of the team, there's Saber claiming nice kill with that ghost. He's gonna try and catch him off guard. Oh, already pre-aimed. Gets another kill. 2 to Saber and winning the round for his team.
Nice. Right there, I'll have to say MVP straight up on that award. That 1 round worth of MVP, I have to say, because despite Hina putting down all the poison strap right there, wasn't able to deteriorate. That one poison cloud should have been the one to shut down, I believe it was Yuki. But Yuki said, you know what, it's fine. I'm going to just be dueling you here all the way towards the end. And I'm going to put a stop to the rest of your plans. So massive, massive play right there coming on the side of Prariewood on that defense. So amazing stuff. And they are going to have the early advantage.
They will. And looking straight towards the second round of the switch. Both sides looking to be a little bit heavy. Hina has the Sheriff's going to try and poke down. One of the very few guns that does not drop bullet damage the longer it travels. Yuki managing to catch out Bingsu with that Spectre. They're going to try and focus all their efforts towards B side as they're sitting in the corridor. But look over at A. You've got Vincent just sitting there, making sure they don't catch anybody off guard. And now, oh, there we go. Chopper Steve managed to claim a kill. All gets caught out in a 2 versus 1 standoff. Now Hina, last person alive, nothing available. Gonna try and catch him. Oh, a headshot with the Sheriff! And makes a fatal defeat as Saber claims the 3rd kill of his round. And a nice little headshot to end it off.
Very, very important round. St. John's Park High School. They are gonna, as usually, take the early round, so they are gonna equalize. So now, Prariewood, they're gonna have their guns up finally, but we will see if they can do a better execution towards this A that they're pivoting towards. If they can provide a much better attack than their counterpart, they might just be able to get the blind side ready for them. All eyes on Chopper Steve trying to get this along with Bingsu getting that early lead.
I feel like the lead's not over yet. They have met an unfortunate first round. We did see this in the first time too. Now looking at the second round, it's a bit of a rinse and repeat. Could see things come back for St. John's, but Prariewood, all loadouts. Oh, there he goes. Tries to catch somebody off guard, but Hina managed to claim the first kill. Gonna try and catch him off guard as Chopper Steve managed to try and keep things alive a little bit longer. It is a kill left, right, and center, and Vincent, the only man alive, is going to try and catch him off at Bingsu. Has such pre-aim. Tries to catch him off. Doesn't have the flicker available or the tracking. Catch him off guard. And Vincent, once again, the highlighting player of this game. Doing so well, bringing his team back from the brink of a round point.
Wow. Vincent, I think he heard us talking about him. It's like, alright, so you guys want to see me pop off? I'm gonna pop off. And hopefully this time, he's not gonna be holding onto that brimstone. All that we've all been looking. He's one away. And Saber on the other side. So this is already something that they can be going with, right? So they do have that killjoy, managing that B by herself, and she can lock down any impeding fast play onto B. On the side of St. John's, we will see if they can readjust. And obviously, Bingsu is going to activate that play storm right in early. Trying to catch one. Oh.
A little too soon to speak, but there is a lot of attention at the moment. Look at how much Vince is going to touch him up, gets the first kill. Looking to try and catch a second. Oh, gets close, taking it on top of Steve. I love what we're seeing coming up from Vincent. He's able to catch people where possible. He plants the ulti. That's three kills actually over to St. John's. No, sorry, over to Prariewood as St. John's now forced into a corner, but gets caught out as Hina actually managed to claim 2 kills in this round with that judge. Now it's 2 members to 1 at a critical point. Hina gets shot from outside the poison as Saber now claims another spike point. This game is working so much more in favor for Prariewood this time. It's interesting.
Yep. Very interesting. So, St. John's, our champions from last week, right now, they're not having a good time adjusting ever since the switch. This is 4 rounds in a row that they've lost. So, if they're going to continue getting rolled round after round, they are not going to be able to get anything else. If you have a look at Chopper Steve, he does have the resurrection ready. Oppo and Celeste a little bit behind. Probably needs Celeste to get the runner back and maybe go for a potential poke and quickly get the Phoenix flashes out as well. I'm not sure exactly what's on the mind of St. John's, because right now, if you don't readjust, this is just going to be over very soon.
Oh, it feels like it. Look at the level of defense coming out and the attack, actually. A nice little spray between St. John's. Now they're going to try and get onto the attack. They're really trying to push as hard as they can. 3 members still alive on both sides, but the level of difference coming out at the moment is that St. John's are able to recover from this. They did pop the resurrection as well. And with the help of that wall, Chopper Steve's actually able to dodge, take any form of damage whatsoever through those boxes. Now they're going to try and catch on as Sundro is going to try and push a bullet here and there, but blinded, managed to catch down Chopper Steve. Now the rest of the team is forced to sit back a little bit as Spike is still alive. Fakes it out, going to try and get caught. Gets caught out instantly, but Vincent manages to get revenge. Trying to grab him off guard. The flicker from Vincent, unrivaled, uncontested, and really showing us how to play a game properly. He's going to try and catch somebody off guard. Throws a bullet here and there. Oh, a headshot to Vincent as he goes to crouch. Winning them another round yet again. I don't know how to feel about this. Vincent is really on his flickering game today.
Yeah, Vincent's being in the Ames lab every day. He's been, there warming up before he gets here. So this man is on fire, and Poker, perfect support. I think, at this point, Brimstone should just be their main duelist, and Reyna can be the support, right? Because it feels like Vincent's the one providing all the covers, and it is a little bit unfortunate. Chopper Steve utilized that resurrection thinking that they're probably going to be able to roll the round because they did get the return kills in the beginning after losing 2, and they did get gunned up. But at the end, it was the better team, which is going to be St. John's getting that round.
Nice little passive start. Vincent's going to try and catch somebody off guard. There's the spine. The rest of the team do know that they're going to be trying for it straight away. I love how Vincent just backed off immediately. He's going to try and give his team a little bit more comfortability instead of trying to be brave. Throws out the fireball. Now they're going to try and catch him off guard as St. John's do catch him out. Now they're down 4-3. It is 2-3 in favor of St. John's to catch him out. Saber managed to get a nice little headshot. Throws the detention box. Is going to try and catch somebody off guard. He's sitting back for a little bit longer. Poker catches out Celeste. Now we're going to try and see if they can catch him off. Fireball comes nearby. It is down 1-1 as Hinu going to try and catch somebody out. Saber is on 1 health. Gets taken immediately as he tries to get for that headshot. And with the spike still available on point, that is going to be a nice 300 gold extra. Sorry, 300 creds extra going over to St. John's as they're managing to slowly recover. They are still 2 points down, but this game is still not over by a long shot, everybody.
Yeah, I mean, gold credit. What's the difference? Same company. They might as well use the same thing, right?
It kind of feels a little bit defeated when it's just like, oh, we'll use gold here, we'll use credit here, we'll use a different currency altogether in a different area once again. It's the parallel, the universes are, I feel like, it's becoming infinite at this point.
That's right. There's nothing wrong with it. And as we slowly get St. John's Park High School into the slow start that they're used to, they are going to be opting to get as much info as they can. Look at the slow start. They're just waiting for the rest of the utilities being used on the opposite side. Prariewood obviously want to be defending this as hard as they can, but Yuki goes down instantly.
Yeah, managing to have the pre-aim ready, gets straight in on the headshot. Manages to actually win against Blades. Now we're going to try and turn this around. It is 4 versus 3. I love the level of defense coming out, but Chopper Steve managed to take down Saber for the first time.
Spike down A.
The last person alive, Hina, has the spike, but it is 3 versus 1 now. Is he going to try and catch him off guard? Gets the first kill. Oh, but doesn't meet well because he went up against Vincent. Oh, Vincent, the unrivaled player coming out from Prariewood. If you see him, you know you're doomed if you don't have your sight on his face already.
Vincent and Poker, they are both going so hard. But I think Vincent right now is really doing for his team. He has his ult. This is their round. It's a round of eco on the side of St. John's Park High School. If they wish to not give the match point away tonight, they need to get this round. They've got 3 ults. And they need to get it right now. Bingsu 1 away, and that could be the instant play zone if he does get the early kill.
A lot of attention towards B site this round. Everybody from St. John's trying to stay on top of each other, focusing towards B site. Now you can hear Bingsu's going to use his blade, gets the first headshot onto Saber, diminishing their defenses already as they're really trying to force themselves towards B site. There we can see ulti coming out from Viper, from Hina. Going to try and give them a little bit of extra vision. It is now 2 to 3. No, sorry, it's 3 kills each. Now it's down 2 to 3 in favor for Prariewood as they're really trying to hit those shots here and there. As Vincent managed to get the first side shot. And the ulti clear with the last kill, saving them from actually spending the spike on point this time.
Match point.
Oh my dear Lord, Reinhardt. This is 12 to 8. Match point. Going to the side of Prariewood, who started early, punishing every round to St. John's Park High School in the icebox. This is best of 1, so if they do drop this round, they're going to be sent back as a little bit of a, deficit. Anyone who wants to advance right here, they can't be dropping anything. So, 4 rounds of no mistakes. Can they tie this one up? We will see how St. John's Park High School fight for their life.
Well, here we go, final round incoming. A lot of defense coming out on B side, but there is a lot of aggression coming out as well. They're trying to box in the rest of St. John's because they're really trying to focus towards A side. But there we go, straight behind pops the ulti. Just 3 kills going over to 2. As they are still alive in this, but how much longer is the better question? St. John going to try and catch them off, and that is the game-ending moment as Sanjo Po claiming 3 kills in their own front line, managing to win the game over for the likes of Prariewood.
Yeah, well, look, St. John's Park High School, they ultimately go down to Prariewood High School on the attacking side. I have to say, give it up to Vincent. This man has clutched round after round, winning the rounds for his school. Prariewood should be absolutely happy about it. And, of course, this is one thing that we need to remember. Sometimes you have a really bad week, sometimes you have a really bad game, you might drop 1 or 2. But the most important thing is to go back and think exactly where those mistakes was committed, so you can become even better into the round after. So congratulations to Prariewood High School. Highlight definitely towards Vincent, in my own opinion. Reinhardt, what about you?
I gotta say, Vincent, majority of the way. Hina had some really good moments, being able to catch people off when him, trying to flank and whatnot. Catching them off guard when they decide to, stir away from the rest of the team. But you just can't go past Vincent. Like Vincent, the uncontested point winner for majority of their rounds when it was very close, Nick. You can't argue with those facts. You can't argue with what we just saw on screen today. It's just absolutely unrivaled. The difference in flickering capabilities. You can't beat Vincent at this point. I want to see someone go up against him in the future and actually give him a run for his money.
Yeah, well, let's hope Vincent comes back next week to even better heights and improve. And obviously for everybody else who played today, absolutely amazing efforts, and everyone did play as hard as they can. St. John's did fall today, but it doesn't mean that they're going to fall next week or even to the next games. And guys, if you do like this, please follow us at twitch.tv/MetaHSC and MetaHSC2, where we'll be broadcasting the weekly Valorant, League of Legends, and Rocket League matches. Joined by me is Reinhardt, and this is K. We're going to sign off for now, where we will be back next hour for the third game.